Hello everyone, I'm Nina Parikh and I welcome you all for Integrity the Accountants Talk Show. After being a CA and also thinking of being a professional trainer, I'm thinking कि भाई CPA भी कर लिया जाए. So if I'm thinking of CPA, so there is some famous tagline that is think CPA, think Simandhar. So I would like to invite my second guest of the show, Mr. Sripal Jain, co-founder of Simandhar Institute, CA, CPA himself, also being awarded as the best edupreneur in Telangana state. So, Sripal, welcome on the show, Integrity the Accountants Talk Show.
Thank you so much, Lena. It's absolutely a pleasure to be here and good to see you here. And thank you for providing an opportunity, Lena. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sripal. So, Sripal, I was actually thinking that you were a CA, you started your journey extremely well with Infosys. You are a guest speaker in IIM. So how did you thought of starting Simandhar? So ये Simandhar का thought आया कैसे?
So Lena, it's actually हम लोग ने जब start किया था. So before starting Simandhar, so I was a visiting faculty at Institute of Chartered Accountants of India.
Yeah.
And I was also the paper corrector, and we used to correct the CA papers at national level. And apart from teaching, the CA foundation. So I have noticed that a lot of the students were not able to clear the chartered accountancy exam. And that was one of the reason I thought that the students should definitely have an alternative option apart from chartered accountancy. And that's where we thought that, okay, this is one area which we need to look at, because there were many of them who were not able to clear. And what I have noticed that chartered accountancy exam takes a lot of time, and that's where I decided that. And we happened to start Simandhar during our courtship period with Poonam, who's my wife, and she herself is also a chartered accountant by profession.
Yes.
And that's where the thought of Simandhar came into the existence. But before that, I used to teach at Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. I used to teach at some of the private coaching institutes in Hyderabad. And I was also one of the faculties at Centralized Academy for training for railways. So I used to be the visiting faculty at Sitara, and I was doing that along with my job in Tech Mahindra. I remember, and that's where we thought that, okay, this is a time that, because that is something which used to come to me naturally. And before that, during my college days also, I used to teach a lot of our friends who used to bunk college. And on the last days before the exam, they used to come to my home and I used to teach them. And so this has come very naturally to me. Nothing like something which is planned. So it's a very natural move, I would say, to start off with an education institution.
Okay.
And, here we are, Lena.
Okay. Actually, you know what, Sripal? सबकी लाइफ में आपके जैसा एक दोस्त होता ही है जो समय दे के दोस्तों को पढ़ा देता है और हेल्प कर देता है कि भाई पढ़ाई कर लो, तुम मत पढ़ो, मैं पढ़ लेता हूँ तुम्हारे बदले में. So it's been great. So why you didn't thought of starting a CA coaching institute? Why CPA? Like as you said कि एक तो second option create करना था, but CA की भी I think coaching उस टाइम पे तो काफी limited थी, right? And लोगों में उस टाइम पे CPA का इतना awareness भी नहीं था. So don't you think it could be a challenge for you? या आपने क्या challenges face किए when you actually thought कि अब CPA में जाना ही है?
So मैंने CPA US में किया था, Lena. So I traveled to US and I wanted to meet my brother, and he stays in US. So we are very emotionally attached, and currently my brother is also one of the partners at Simandhar. So my entire team reports to him. So he manages Simandhar and I'm the poster boy of Simandhar. And I always wanted to meet him, but in US, it is like you need a visa, right? And they don't give visa to youngsters, right? So that time I was 21 when I passed chartered accountancy, I remember, and I wanted to go to my brother and I didn't have any other route. And then I came to know about US CPA when I Googled around and said that what are the possible ways for an accountant to move to US?
Wow.
I would not again tell that to move to US at least, but go to US once or visit there. So that time the CPA exams used to happen in US
Yes.
and in Dubai. And so that was, I think, in fact, even in Dubai, it was not happening. It was in US by the time 2010 or 11 when I was traveling to US. So that's where I thought, okay, I need to take this decision of pursuing US CPA. And when I traveled to US, then I came to know, oh God, this is one of the better qualifications. I would not say better because then everyone will tell, okay, Sripal sir is better than chartered accountancy. But
Yes.
I thought like the qualification was shorter in duration and the opportunities were immense. When I came back to India, I saw a lot of the people in the big fours were hiring for CPAs like Deloitte, EY, KPMG, PwC. And that's where I thought that this is a very good qualification, to be honest, and was a promising qualification because that gives a job opportunities. Because if you watch CA closely, Lena, CA became hit because of CPT and because of the shorter duration only.
Yes.
It went into boom because common proficiency test was introduced in CA. And that's where I thought that people like shorter qualifications and they try to spend lesser time and get a good job. And that's where I think CA also become ahead because at our time they used to tell CA कर ले 50,000 रुपए महीने के मिल जाएंगे. So किसी ने ये नहीं बोला था कि CA करने के बाद you can open your own firm or something because entrepreneurship was not famous that time.
Never.
And that's where I thought that कि यार अगर CA के बाद भी 50,000 CA के बाद 50,000 मिल रहे महीने के and CPA के बाद भी 50,000 मिल रहे महीने के तो then definitely one should do a CPA than a CA. And that's where I thought that okay, this is the vision. And actually after COVID, I think this have gone to next level. I think Lena, you're aware that the outsourcing industry have taken to next level. Exactly. And now CPA is giving so many job opportunities. We are seeing a lot of coaching institute of CA opening up. That time they used to criticize me that why you doing CPA, CMA and all, but now you see that many of the coaching institutes are also kind of teaching this qualification, and that kind of shows the respect CPA commands in the market. And that's one of the reason also why I started off CPA as well.
Yes, exactly. So I think so first of all we should thanks to your brother जिससे मिलने के लिए आप उधर गए and then you thought of this thing and you started with this institute as well. So which is helping many other people to now pursue their dreams, right? So when you started the Simandhar Institute, so coaching would not be very easy because material, understanding the platform, everything, getting, I think Simandhar is like associate channel partner of AICPA as well, NASBA approved. So all this would have been a big challenge for you. So how did you face all those challenges or how did you manage to come out of those things?
So when I used to teach, when I used to study for CPA, I used to read the literature always.
Okay.
Before I used to use the materials of Becker, Wiley and all, but I always had the objective because I wanted to become a teacher in CPA as well. So it's important that when I am studying, I study the literature more. So that's where I even tell to the students today when I'm teaching FAR or audit or even regulation. Right now, I'm very much focused on FAR. And so whenever I teach them, so I always tell them to read the literature more. And that's where I thought that because what happens in CPA is the literature is something which people needs to understand. Exactly. Right? For US GAAP, it is Financial Accounting Standard Board literature. And that's where we thought that, okay, this is something which we need to study in detail, right, to get a good grasp over the concepts and good mastery over the subject. And I think later, I guess 4 or 5 years back, Baker came in and they said, Sripal, why don't you, when I was in US, we had a discussion with Becker and then we thought, okay, we'll tie with Becker and we use their materials. But what happened was in India, the teacher was missing, right? Like we have in a chartered accountancy, the teachers are really fantastic. They teach from the depth, they teach to the scratch. I have learned from some of the great teachers. And that's what I thought in CPA that is completely missing because they don't go into the depth. वो 4 Becker के book है बस पढ़ लिए and then they were not getting jobs. Right, just with Becker books, studying and all, and that's what we transformed when we came in 5 years back, and we took our conscious step of teaching from the literature itself, so that my students always have the habit of interpreting the literature more, reading beyond the books, just not studying those 4 books of CPA, but also understanding how to file the forms, how to go in depth of the concept, and that is a bit, I would say, the plus point at Simandhar. Though people tell placements and all those things, the connections, what we enjoy, but I think the teaching is something We have worked day and night. So even our faculties who are there are all triple qualified, all India ranker 1 in chartered accountancy levels. If you take Suraj and all these people,
Yes.
they're all national level first rankers. So the teaching is something is very high standard. We have kept like that because that's how then you produce the quality. So even if they do any qualification, if they are really good and sound, they know how to read the literature, they are automatically selected for the interviews also in the industry. And that's how I convince the industry with CPA and CMA.
Exactly. I think one thing what you said is very important, that being a CA or being a CPA, reading between the lines is very important. So I think CA वो चीज समझ सकता है कि taxation में reading the line is the easiest thing, but understanding between the line is something जहाँ पे कहते हैं ना benefits भी है जो भी as a CPA advisor also. So that something helps you, like understanding the law and interpreting in a way which can be helpful from all the perspective. Okay. Sripal, I would just like to know some of the journey of Simandhar. So how did you started? What were the initial numbers? How, like, from when you started getting a growth in big numbers? So थोड़ा बहुत सिमंदर की जर्नी के बारे में आप बताइए.
So I mean growth तो मेरे को भी पता नहीं है लीना. So we are just growing. तो I don't know how it all started, but it started with the right intention to pass and place. That was my primary objective when I started, and I'm sticking to that since 5 years now. So we are closing off with 5 years now, and still the intention haven't changed, the intensity haven't changed, the energy levels haven't changed. So I ensure that the more students I add, the more jobs I create, because this is a expensive course. So it's my responsibility to ensure that they get placed. And to be honest, Lina, we are tied up with you also for integrity, where we place our students. And I'm so happy that one of the largest outsourcing firm today taking my interview today. So I'm really fortunate for that first. So thank you so much. And just to the people who are watching me, I think integrity also hired a lot of people. And I think this is how we started off, Lina. The intention was very clear that we pass and place. I think the turning point was we won one of the big 4 contracts for training. I cannot name the big 4 name, but I met the managing director and we had several rounds, I think 4 years back. And they asked me, Sripal, how will you do an evaluation? They gave me some complex CPA evaluation cases and all. And they said me, how do you solve it, whether they are eligible or not? And in fact, I took a challenge for one of the managing director of Big 4 to get their CPA license. So he was not getting his license since 14 years. And then that was a condition to win that contract, was that I should get the license for him. And he was like, he passed CPA 14 years back. And that was a turning point. And I just ensured that I do the evaluation right, because I see that in CPA, that is one of the most important factors is the eligibility. And that's where I think that was few challenges which I dealt with. And now when we go into the Big 4s, they normally go for hiring. They take me also. I mean, they take my suggestion, should we hire from this college so that they are eligible, or should we hire from that college? I mean, it really feels special. It really feels proud that when the Big 4 leadership team trust me so much, that they even go to the campuses and take the syllabus reviews with our team. And that's how we actually grew, because when the Big 4 support you, when you know that the big audit firms are tied up with you. So in fact, all the Big 4s are tied up with us: Deloitte, EY, KPMG, PwC, Grant Thornton, Video Rise. I mean, Video India, we are doing diploma IFRS programs. So working with them and helping them in their CPA training, and then helping them in their placements. I think that's where I focused a lot, because that's what I thought that, I mean, even if I teach and even if I pass students, end of the day, they should be placed. They should get a job.
Exactly.
That is more important for me. And that's where the first 2-3 years I've been spending a lot of time with corporates, going to Deloitte, EY, KPMG, Amazon, Reliance, Invesco, Wells Fargo, American Insurance Group, Barclays. So these were the corporates who used to invite me. I used to go there, give the corporate sessions there, talk about these courses, push the leadership team to hire my students from there. And now see the time that they themselves come from front and they keep hiring the Simandhar students, because that's what I have been focusing there. And I'm happy that this was one of the points which actually, I would say, if just to answer your question, that what was one of those turning points, I would be that Big 4 extensive interviews with us to shortlist us for CPA vendorship, right? And I think that was one of the biggest one. After that, we never looked back. And I think that's where the numbers have been growing continuously month on month. Along with those numbers, the students are also growing. Right? It cannot be one-sided story. It has to be two-sided.
Exactly.
In this movie of mine, I think Sripal and students are moving together, and that has been the secret of Simandhar's success. That Sripal have never left his students, and I think students will never leave Simandhar. So this is how the relationship have blossomed, and I'm pretty much sure that it will be the same in the next coming years as well.
Fair enough. I think relationship is something, Sripal, which will always be with us, even in our good times or our bad times, and they help us to grow or to reach to a certain level. Without that, this thing is not possible. So yes, exactly. And as you mentioned that, yeah, we also have come into a like agreement or in a collaboration. So just to add on the thing that, in fact, we are also sponsoring CPA and EA courses from like the joining itself, right? So now, Sripal, the students which comes to you, they would be facing a lot of challenges, as you said, कि fees थोड़ी ज़्यादा है, right? Then अभी in like US CPA का इधर कितना growth opportunity है? They are mostly professional, so it would be difficult for them to take out the time. So what are the other challenges do you face when you like when students comes to you, or what do they share कि भाई हमें करना है but हम नहीं कर पा रहे? So how you try to bring solutions for that?
So normally we have a 70-member team, Lena. We are planning to hire more 100 people. So trying to grow at 200 employees by this year. And so that is where the vision is, because the idea behind doing that is to ensure that student support is always there. And because CPA is such a complex process, and it's just not about CPA, because we have added data analytics, CIA, EA,
Yes,
IFRS, US CMA. So there are a lot of qualifications which have been added in Simandhar, and now that we are bringing two teacher concept, Lena. So one is I teach, and second is that we are now bringing executive directors from Big Four to teach at Simandhar, just on a CSR basis for part-time and all, and for few sessions, so that they understand practically how it works around. Right. So some of the innovative concept which we have been doing now. In the coming months, you will see that more happening, because the leaders want to really make an impact in Simandhar, and they want to associate with me, and I feel really fortunate enough that they want to be here and kind of give back to the students. And I think the biggest problem which you have identified is the money. Right, CPA is a very costly course, and that's why I thought that internship is an important element. So when they register with us, we have opened up internship for them, so that they can actually pay their, they can, I would say the financing can be met via internship. That was one of those things. And second thing was that they get the exposure. Because if you technically talk now after this internships, people ask me, sir, do we have internship also in CPA like CA?
Okay.
But, so they got confused with that, because we were doing so many internships. So people thought that CPA course itself or CMA course itself has internship element in it. Yeah, so there is no articleship here. Just because why I was doing that was कि इन लोगों के पैसे निकल जाए, because the course is costly. अब 3 लाख तक का कोर्स का फीस है, CMA में 1.5 लाख का फीस है. तो we want to ensure कि ये लोग they at least can actually do internship, जहाँ पे internship we pay around 30,000 per month. The big fours pay them. Right? जैसे मैंने Infosys में हम लोग ने exclusive internship करवाया Lena for 15 people of us, 7 in CPA, 8 in CMA. So these 15, and then we had with EY 40, and with KPMG 45. So like that, we have been doing a lot of this. So monthly around 40, 30 students. So I know that we can't place everyone while pursuing the qualification, but at least a conscious step तो है कि हम लोग इनका cost कम करें. वैसे whoever is passing, the turnaround time is 2 days of placement. So previously it was 2 months, then it went down to 1 month. So we have a Kikifin group with of our students. I keep interacting there with them, and I tell them that how we have brought that SLA to 1 day, 2 days and all, right? So it was 2 months, we brought to 1 month, then it came to 3 weeks, then 2 weeks. Now my students, the moment they pass CPA or CMA, they get placed in 2 days or 3 days. So that is a turnaround time we have maintained. Again, we might go back again that the industry might not require them, or the requirements go down. But I am ensuring that the opportunities are always there after they pass. But now, before they pass, also there is a lot of hard work which I am doing with a lot of the industry, not just with Big Fours. We are talking to Infosys, we are talking to Wipro, we are talking to Accenture, Wells Fargo. So a lot of these companies are there whom I'm consistently talking. We clicked off our deal with Infi and Wipro. So we have been talking to them. And now with integrity, I think that's a very, very good thing, Lina, which you have spoken. And I think if students are watching this, I think they should know that if they are registering with Samandhar, straight away integrity will pay their CPA fees. I mean, that's a very, very welcome step, Lina, from your organization and the team, that because it's important to understand that there's a good amount of investment is required for CPA, CMA and all. And when the company comes around and sponsor, when I tell sponsor, the company will pay your fees, guys. And what more you want? The similar model which we had in Deloitte, EY and all. I am happy that, Lina, your organization and team have also brought this up, and I think this will really help a lot of the people who want to plan CPA with Samandhar and CMA with Samandhar. I think they should definitely look for integrity. And I think these are certain things, Lina, which we are doing, not just with your organization, but with also many of the other organizations, so that because you can't hire all these students.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So at least I'm trying to work around these deals with many of the companies, and that's where we are trying to reduce the cost, Lina, for these people.
Actually, in fact, when we were planning for this sponsorship, so we got a couple of suggestions that we should not sponsor 100%. There should be some ratio of 70-30 or something. But then we thought, like, we want these kids to grow. We want these professionals to grow. और पहले से ही burden डाल देंगे, so probably they will start thinking that whether I should invest 30% also or not. So we thought that no, we don't want to take anything. We want that they should grow. They should. I think this is something which we would like to share. This would be a something as a token of gratitude for giving their hard work, for giving their life to integrity and taking their successful career, even in integrity or even beyond integrity. So this CPA, EA, these designations are going to be there with them for lifetime. And yeah, that's the reason that we thought we should sponsor 100%. We don't want, even for the bridge course, so integrity is sponsoring for that bridge course also. कि अगर short credit है, right? आपने बताया था कि evaluation में कुछ credit short होते हैं, then we need to go for bridge course. So that's what we thought, that let's give a platform where this professional can grow without any other burden. They should focus on their growth for their journey in this field. So Sripal, one thing here I would like to ask. You said कि आपने CA का जब, because you are doing CA, you did CPA, so you have realized that CA definitely it's a tough degree, tough professional course. So are you still targeting this CPA or US designation as plan B for those CA, or you're also targeting this as a plan A for all the accountants? So how you're marketing or how you're thinking on this? So
very debatable question, and I don't know if I talk something, ICI will take an action against me straight away. Already they have been noticing me and my corporate connects. But to be honest, I've never spoken against Institute. I've never said CA students to leave CA and do CPA, and never spoke anything negative against chartered accountants, because I myself a chartered accountant and I'm a member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. But of late, I definitely want to be very transparent on that our CA curriculum is not updated with technology. And that's what I've been talking a lot about it. Institute needs to reduce the number of subjects. I think the subjects are more. They have been taking a lot of efforts to make it case study oriented like CPA is. I think, but the number of subjects should be lesser. And that's where I think CA is a time consuming course. Now in this generation, at our generation, Selina, everything keeps changing. Parivartan sansar ka niyam hai. And that's what it will happen. So mere rokne se ya institute ke bolne se kuch nahi hoga, because students themselves are very smart. They know कि मार्केट है, CPA करने से इमीडिएट जॉब्स मिल रहे हैं, CMA करने से जॉब्स मिल रहे हैं, एनरोल एजेंट जो क्वालिफिकेशन अब बहुत पॉपुलर हो रहा है, उससे भी जॉब्स मिल रहे हैं. तो दे विल ऑल्सो सी दैट, राइट? CA इज नॉट द एंड ऑफ द डे, बिकॉज आप देखिए 10% पास परसेंटेज है. what will 90% students do? अगर if I don't come forward and support them, then who will be doing that? Or they will be just stuck with CA and writing 10-12 attempts and then write their inspirational stories कि मैंने कैसे CA पास किया था 12 अटेम्प्ट के बाद. तो मैं नहीं बोलूंगा वो इंस्पिरेशन है, बिकॉज एट आवर एज हम लोग मिलियनर की बात कर रहे हैं 35-36 में, और आप बोल रहे हो कि मैं 36 ईयर्स तक सिर्फ CA के अटेम्प्ट्स लिखते ही रहा हूँ. तो आई एम नॉट दैट पर्सन कि हाँ मैं इंस्टीट्यूट का मेंबर हूँ तो आई विल सपोर्ट दैट कि यार CA अच्छा कोर्स है या CA करते ही रहो. मेरे लिए आई एम वेरी क्रिस्टल क्लियर. अगर बंदा CA फेल है, फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट उसने क्लियर फेल किया है तो सेकंड अटेम्प्ट एक बार दे सकता है, नहीं तो वो सीपीए करे या सीएमए करे या एससीए करे या सीआईए करे या सीएफए करे. देयर आर 1000 qualifications which he can do. I don't want the students to be stuck with one qualification. So if you're telling me, Sripal, is this the solution for all the accountants or only for the chartered accountants or the pursuing CA students? I think the answer is to everyone. So we are targeting all the accountants, not just CAs or company secretaries or ICAI, but also the BCom grads. I think terrific qualification Nina, आप बताइए BCom करने के बाद आप CPA करो and directly आपको 60,000 70,000 महीने की तनख्वाह है. So why will I not do that and only in 1 year? हाँ, वो करने के बाद we can do CA also. जैसे लोग बोले थे जब CA ICAI आया था, company secretary came in, people thought that people will not do CA, they will do CS, but it didn't happen. People did CA and CS together.
Yes,
exactly. See that people will do CA and CPA together. जब मैं कर सकता हूँ CA और CPA साथ में, तो why can't students do CA and CPA together? Again, it is their wish. If they are settled and if they have got a job and they don't want to do CA, I mean, no pressure whatsoever. I mean, CPA standalone also, they go to managing director level and partner level. So the growth is humongous. So it's up to them that end of the day they want to do it or not. But if my suggestion is there and आप सीए कर रहे हो साथ में, then why don't you do a CPA completely? Because it's important that we are going global. बहुत सारी US companies इंडिया में आ रहे हैं, FDI investment is at high. So it's always a good thing to do a international qualification. Not because you failed CA, so you should do CPA. That's a ridiculous answer. मतलब अगर a coaching institute are talking like that and they are guiding the students in that way, I think that is a misguidance, I would say. Because CPA अगर आपको करना है, it is more about your interest, that you really want to do it or not. Not because आप CA में फेल हो गए तो चलो ये कर लेंगे, आप इधर भी फेल होंगे. Actually आप इधर भी फेल ही होगे. Right? If you have failed in CA and you think CPA easy है तो चलो मैं ये पास हो जाता हूँ. No, that's not the way. We are coming to CPA because we want to teach you US accounting, US tax and all, and they have huge demand in India. There is a reason why there is a demand, because there are a lot of US companies, a lot of US outsourcing firms who are expanding in India, and that's why CPA, CMA or EA, they have better qualifications. So the target would be all the audiences, just not CA. But आपने ये अच्छा question पूछा, because majority of them, they keep telling me CPA coaching institute target only CA students, right?
Yeah, so I think it's plan A for everyone, not only it's like CPA को सिर्फ plan B बना के चलने की जरूरत नहीं है. Now you can start thinking CPA as a plan A also.
Correct.
As you said कि after doing BCom they can because the course is expensive, वहाँ पे थोड़ा figure out करना पड़ेगा उन लोगों को. But I think that it's a good option again. And like institute like you, organizations like us, if something can be managed and if this thing is possible, why should not? Okay. Now because that like CPA has become a global designation, the window has opened that people can appear for exams from India also, right? For CPA exams. And it has become very easy for a lot of people. So do you think ये जब examination centers open हुए हैं इंडिया में, उसके बाद numbers और high हुए हैं? Like, do you think it has make a difference in people registration for this course?
No, I think the numbers have really gone up, to be honest, actually, because थोड़े इंस्टीट्यूट ने तो ये बोला कि सीपीए एग्जाम इंडिया में है. तो जब मैं स्टूडेंट्स को पूछता था, जब वो रजिस्टर होते थे कि आपने सीपीए क्यों किया, सीपीए एग्जाम इंडिया में इसलिए मैं सीपीए कर रहा हूँ.
Okay.
आप समझिए कैसे आंसर्स है, कैसे मिसगाइड हो रहे हैं स्टूडेंट्स, और किस तरीके से कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स आर मेकिंग देम गो क्रेजी ऑन दैट एडवर्टाइजिंग. सो सीपीए एग्जाम इंडिया में, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको सीपीए करना चाहिए. आई थिंक इतना ही फर्क है कि यार इंडिया में है क्योंकि आपका खर्चा कम हो जाता है, बिकॉज
एक्सेसिबिलिटी थोड़ी इजी हो जाती है.
एग्जैक्टली. सो द एग्जाम इंडिया में रहता है तो बहुत सारी लड़कियां भी एग्जाम लिख सकते हैं, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ द फैमिलीज do not send their girls, I mean their daughters outside India. So ये थोड़ा बहुत हो रहा था. तो हम लोग ने देखा है कि फीमेल क्राउड में बहुत अपसाइड हुआ है सीपीए के क्वालिफिकेशन में एंड ऑल. आई थिंक डेफिनेटली that will be there because the एग्जाम इंडिया में इतने साल से नहीं था, अब इंडिया में है तो बहुत सारे लोग तो लिख रहे हैं एग्जाम. सो इवन इनफैक्ट एनरोल एजेंट 1 साल से नहीं हो रहा था पैंडेमिक की वजह से, अभी वापस अगेन इट्स इन इंडिया ओनली.
Yeah,
CPA was in India. Now I think CPA is also in India, so the numbers have gone up substantially.
Okay. Fair enough. So how do you support for a professional like us who are working full time and if they want to go for CPA? So जो collegians है उसके लिए तो ठीक है कि full time class हो गया, they can do it. तो अभी समझो professionals है and it's not practical, it is difficult to take out your time and start studying at this age. So उस case में like how do you manage?
तो लीना, हम लोग तो यही बोलते हैं कि सिमंदर के यहाँ हम लोग ने सब चीजें नोटिस की है. सो वी हैव नोटिस अ लेडी विद 52 years of age पास CPA. सो जब कोई बोलता है मैं कैसे पढ़ूं, मैं वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल हूँ, कहने से हम लोग सीधा वो वीडियो उसके इनबॉक्स में भेजते हैं. देखो ये लेडी 52 years की रह के इफ शी कैन पास CPA, I mean, what are we waiting for? And what are we kind of complaining about, right? So आज हम लोग एक buttermilk campaign कर रहे थे, लीना. I've just come from that and I'm gone little dark also.
Okay.
So सुबह से हम लोग buttermilk का camp लगाए थे, and we were so I took my team also there, and they said like, what is this buttermilk camp, sir? I will try to come in and see. तो हम लोग ने रोड पे लगाया था वो, और सबको buttermilk बांट रहे थे.
Yes.
तो मैं जब when I was doing that and I was giving those cups and all, so a lot of the people I noticed, थोड़े स्विगी से आए, थोड़े बस कंडक्टर्स थे, थोड़े so I was meeting a lot of the people and I was giving them the buttermilk to all of them and all, and I was telling to my employees, तुम लोग एसी में बैठ के कंप्लेन करते हो कि ये वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस है, कभी ऐसा होता है, कभी स्टूडेंट आप लोगों को रात में पिंग कर देता है. अभी यहाँ पे देखिए, कड़ी धूप में कंडक्टर है, कड़ी धूप में आपके स्विगी से एक बंदा आ रहा है, वहां पे स्वच्छ भारत से 2-3 लोग के साथ मैंने फोटो ली थी. तो आई डेफिनेटली पोस्ट इन द कमिंग डेज. बट ये हम लोग ने कैंप लगाया था, तो इंस्पिरेशन इज समथिंग हैज टू बी विद इन, राइट? देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल, हम लोग तो कुछ नहीं है, वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स. I do not want to discount them or discourage working professionals, that I really respect that they are doing a lot of good, great work. But I would definitely want to say that there are a lot of people who don't have a lot of privileges also. मतलब ना AC है ना कुछ नहीं है, और बाहर आप कंडक्टर्स को देखते हो इतने धूप में. I mean, Hyderabad is like going at a sky high temperatures, and still they are doing their work, and they are doing very efficiently. They are smiling and all, giggling, मजे से छाछ पी रहे हैं, दही की छाछ, बोल रहे श्रीपाल आपने बहुत नेक काम किया है, ये वो. बट आई वाज जस्ट शोइंग टू माय स्टूडेंट्स, आई मीन माय एम्प्लॉइज, दैट सी दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस. And in a practical world, I think this is what all the professionals and students also should kind of get inspired from, is that you can definitely achieve anything you want. You just need to spend some time. There are a lot of working professionals, Lina. In fact, I think we have outnumbered now working professionals. ज़्यादा पास हो रहे हैं CPA Simandhar, because आप देखोगे CA working professional पास नहीं होते, because CA is a very extensive course. CPA में है ही 4 subject. There are only 4 subjects in CPA, 2 subjects in CMA, 3 subjects in EA, enroll agent. I mean, these are very short courses. So I think एक working professional के लिए, लीना, I don't think so CA उतना tough है. मतलब CA जैसा तो मैंने कोई कोर्स नहीं देखा है.
And I think the best part of this courses is the flexibility which they offer. कि आप कभी भी एग्जाम दे दो, एक पेपर करो, फिर बाद में दूसरा दो.
एवरी मंथ एग्जाम होते हैं. एटलीस्ट एनरोल एजेंट मार्च अप्रैल में नहीं होता एनरोल एजेंट का एग्जाम, और US CMA देयर आर स्पेसिफिक विंडोज, बट CPA तो हर महीने होता है. तो यू कैन राइट एनी टाइम एंड यू कैन प्लान. चलो बिजी सीजन है तब आप एग्जाम नहीं लिखोगे, बिजी सीजन के बाद यू कैन प्लान योर ऑडिट, फार, रेग, BC. So that's how it is very easy for a working professional to pass the qualification. Just that he should stop complaining and do what everyone is doing, right? So अगर मैं complain लेने जाऊँ, फिर discuss about problems, तो मैं दिल्ली के इवेंट में था, लीना, last couple of weeks back, and I met almost over 100 students. A lot of the students said, sir, working में ऐसा होता है, आप बोलते हैं 1 घंटा दिन का पढ़ो, सुबह हम लोग जाते हैं, शाम को रात को आते हैं, फिर ऐसा हो रहा है सर, इतना काम है, सैटरडे भी बुला रहे हैं मेरे को, संडे भी नहीं है, सिर्फ एक संडे एक दिन मिला है. They were just discussing problems. Then finally one student came in, sir, मेरे को भी काम है, सब है, बट मैं क्या सुबह आधी घंटा निकाल रहा हूँ पढ़ने के लिए. So the one person came out with solution. If you discuss about solution, more solutions come. But if you just discuss about problems, they were just discussing about problems. मेरे पास ये हो रहा है, मेरे को इतना काम है, मेरे को ये है, मेरे को वो है, I am not able to do this, that and all. So if you really want to study, you'll have to take out time. अगर given an option, अगर आपको जॉब छोड़ के पढ़ना है, that is definitely a great option. I would say that अगर आपको वो करना है तो आप वो भी कर सकते हो. But I think it is very much easy to do this also along with working. I don't think so that's a problem, but just that you need to plan it really well.
Yes.
And you don't complain much, because that is one thing. जैसे जैसे हम लोग बड़े होते हैं, we keep complaining. Right? वो थोड़ी habit हम लोगों को थोड़ी कम करे, तो I think it will really help all the working professionals, to be honest.
Yes. And I think probably the last point or the last question with respect to this I would like to ask is, what is the normal package which a CPA can get or an EA can get in India?
Enroll agent, what we have placed is basically at 5.5 to 6 lakhs per annum.
Okay.
And CPA we have placed at 8.5 lakhs per annum.
Okay.
And one of our students have got 10.5 lakhs per annum fresher. That's the highest package. And one of our WhatsApp award winner have also got above that.
Okay.
So these are certain exceptions, but average package I would say 8 to 8.5. That's the minimal I would say for a CPA pass out, what we are placing out our students with. And
Okay.
CMA, I would say around which comes 6 to 6.5 because US CMA is unlike CPA because there are only 2 subjects. So what we have seen, the industry typically gives them 6 to 6.5. Sometimes they have got 4.5 to 5 lakhs per annum also.
Okay. Okay.
Not unlike other institute, right? Talking about those big numbers कि यार 50 लाख का पैकेज यूएस में मिल रहा है, सीपीए करने के बाद 80 लाख का पैकेज सीएमए में 50 लाख 25 लाख एंड एनरोल देम. अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई वांट टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट लीना, जो आंसर है मैं वही दूंगा. तो स्टूडेंट एनरोल करे नहीं करे, जो मार्केट के फिगर्स है 5, 5.5, 6 लाख, दैट इज व्हाट इट इज फॉर सीएमए. सीपीए के लिए 8, 8.5. कोई 50 लाख नहीं दे रहा इंडिया में. अगर ऐसा देता तो पूरे इंडियंस कर लेते. So it is not like that, to be honest.
But I think it's a good figure for start. Like it's a great package to start off with. And then growth तो obviously हर एक field में है ही. So if you are performing good, if you are doing best, so growth तो फिर अलग ही बात हो गई इस industry के लिए. Fair enough, fair enough. So I think Sripal, after this informative conversation, I would just like to have something known as like quick rapid fire round. So क्या ये सच है कि आपने सिमंदर इसलिए खोला क्योंकि आपका ड्रीम है सिमंदर प्रीमियर लीग बनाने का?
नहीं, वैसा तो लीना सी, क्रिकेट इज डेफिनेटली, कपिल और मेरा दोनों भाई बहुत क्रिकेट खेलते. जब मैं यूएस में जाता हूँ तो एवरी ईयर आई एंश्योर आई गो टू यूएस एंड मीट माय ब्रदर. तो हर साल मैं गया हूँ यूएस. एवरी ईयर 3 से 4 महीने में जाता ही हूँ 100%, बिकॉज दैट इज हाउ आई एंश्योर. ये लगातार आई थिंक लास्ट 5-6 साल से हो रहा है. जब से मेरे को वीजा मिला है तब से मैंने सीपीए का एग्जाम दिया. तो हम दोनों भाई को क्रिकेट का बहुत शौक है एंड आई एम रियली फॉन्ड ऑफ क्रिकेट एंड ऑल. बट सिमंदर का नाम इज लाइक, I think a lot of them ask me, Simandhar, I mean, Lina, integrity is in Ahmedabad, you know, Simandhar city is also there.
Yes.
And it is named after Simandhar Swami, and Simandhar Swami is the current Tirthankar in Jainism. Yes. So the most of the Jains would relate to that, and that's where it is in the name of God. तो मैं सोचता हूँ कि यार कभी फेल भी हो जाए तो एटलीस्ट सिमंदर स्वामी का नाम तो उन लोग ने,
भगवान का नाम तो आ ही जाएगा,
खत्म, आगे जाके जॉब मिले. मतलब भले ही क्वालिफिकेशन ना हो, जॉब तो प्लेस कराएंगे ही हम लोग. सो इन दैट वे आई थिंक सिमंदर का नाम है. बट सिमंदर प्रीमियर लीग, I think definitely I need to think and talk to Akshay and all from my corporate relation team and tell them, yeah, we can definitely look towards this. I think cricket is something which makes us more, what you say, active and energized. और हर एक चीज में there should be something in us which makes you completely focused and makes you forget everything, right? That kind of involvement is there in everything. You become super successful. जब आप क्रिकेट खेलने जाते हो, you're super involved.
Exactly.
Right? Don't even care about what others are saying. You don't care about your mobile or anything. I think that kind of involvement is required in each and every area, and that's what I've learned from cricket. So when I'm playing cricket, I'm completely involved. The same way, that's the kind of secret I use it when I'm studying also. I ensure that I'm completely focused and involved in the game. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ लीना, वो बच्चा कुछ और सोच रहा है, कल मेरे को जॉब मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. ये बच्चे ये पूछते हैं मेरे को. हम लोग के पास एक कन्फेशन ग्रुप है लीना. अच्छा. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स बोलते मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड ऐसा कर दी, मेरा बॉयफ्रेंड ऐसा किया सर, मैं आज सुसाइड करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, मेरे मॉम डैड. तो व्हाट हैपेंड वाज ड्यूरिंग कोविड मेनी ऑफ द पीपल लॉस्ट देयर फादर मदर एंड ऑल. तो इसलिए मैंने सिमंदर में एक कन्फेशन ग्रुप बनाया था. And Simandhar confession group, I keep answering, I keep reading their question. Many of them keep writing fancy questions and all. So I keep answering them. So I ensure that I try to understand what do they think with that. Yes. मैं कभी बोलता नहीं वो क्यों मैंने स्टार्ट किया था, but actually the logic is to understand their thought process. It is very important that he understand what his student is thinking when he's teaching. Okay. And we are doing completely live online. You just imagine, Lina, we have over 6,000 students today at Simandhar. Yeah. And we haven't opened a single branch outside of Hyderabad. We are in Hyderabad and just teaching online. You need to understand what your students think. Yes. जब वो online आते हैं, live classes में आते हैं, they'll always, when you talk to them, they'll tell Sripal sir बात करे गाली मारते रहते हैं, यार concentrate करो, focus करो. So when I'm online also, I keep reading their mind when they type, what do they think? So a teacher should actually find out what his student is thinking. And most of the times, they'll either think about past or they'll think about future. दैट इज वन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स. सो फ्यूचर के बारे में सोच रहे हैं तो हम लोग उनको बोलते हैं कि भाई हम लोग प्लेस करा देंगे, तो सिर्फ बैठ के
पढ़ ले.
आज के बारे में सोचते हैं सीए में फेल हो गया तो मैं यहाँ पे भी ऐसे ही होऊंगा, तो इसलिए हम लोग करते हैं रिविजन क्लासेस. वी हैव डन मॉर्निंग 4 AM क्लासेस आल्सो. सुबह 4 बजे हम लोग ने एक बार 3 फैकल्टीज को बुला के ब्रह्म मुहूर्त क्लासेस किए थे. दैट आर सम ऑफ द थिंग्स व्हिच वी आर डूइंग एक्चुअली. एंड आई थिंक एक क्रिकेट का जो हमारा एक स्टॉक मार्केट ग्रुप है स्टूडेंट्स के साथ, वहां पे हम लोग बहुत आईपीएल के बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाई लीना, किसने आपको डिस्क्लोज किया होगा कि क्रिकेट मेरा फेवरेट है. I don't know which student have said you that, but 100% yes, that is one of those things.
एक्चुअली श्रीपाल, क्रिकेट के साथ तो ना मेरा भी एक अलग ही इमोशंस जुड़ा हुआ है. लाइक फ्रॉम माय चाइल्डहुड आई वाज प्लेइंग क्रिकेट विद माय कजिन ब्रदर, और सब बड़े भैया थे और मैं अकेली छोटी लड़की खेलती थी. तो बचपन से क्रिकेट इतना अच्छा लगता था. अभी जब इंटीग्रिटी में भी हम प्रीमियर लीग करते हैं, सो बाकी सारे ग्रुप में लाइक जब भी कैप्टन मैसेज करता है कौन अवेलेबल है, आई वुड बी द फर्स्ट वन टू से यस. मेनी टाइम इट हैपेंस कि माय हस्बैंड से भाई चलो अपने बाहर चलते हैं, मैं नहीं भाई मेरी तो मैच है, मैं तो क्रिकेट खेलने जा रही हूँ. सो आई एम आल्सो सो मच fond of cricket, and cricket is something which connects with everyone. So yes. Okay, so Sripal as a teacher or Sripal as a cricketer, who is better?
I think Sripal as a teacher for sure, but cricketer also I'm very good. Guys, please मेरे को match में लीजिए. Don't put me next as I'm an all-rounder. I bat well, I ball well, I field well. But as a teacher, I think I'm doing a better job. Not that I am telling, but the students tell. Because if I tell that I am successful, it doesn't make any sense. But if students kind of appreciate, then it makes more sense that yes, it is. So अभी तक तो facts से यही मालूम पड़ रहा है कि मैं ठीक ठाक पढ़ा रहा हूँ. So I think I'm happy with that. What they kind of tell about me.
Okay. What is your favorite food? Punjabi, South Indian, Gujarati, or Rajasthani? Because I think you have been traveling to a lot of places. Your base is, I think, from Rajasthan, right?
Correct.
My wife is from Ahmedabad, so she has a Gujarati base, right? In Hyderabad. So what is chas? I think something.
So favorite food, I think I would say North Indian only. I would naan, butter paneer masala, and all those stuff. So typical Hyderabadi and what is it, North Indian guys. So I think that is one of the thing I like the most, Lina. And apart from that, pani puri. So every now and then we keep eating that. तो जब भी हम लोग मतलब मैं ससुराल जाता हूँ तो that is one of the first item my mother-in-law will prepare.
मेरे ऐसा कहा जाता है कि मेरे एरिया का कोई भी पानी पूरी वाला होगा नहीं जहाँ पे मैंने जाके पानी पूरी खाई नहीं होगी.
Yes, yes. या लड़कियों के लिए तो I think they can relate because उन लोगों के लिए तो सबसे फेवरेट है. वो लोग पानी पूरी भी नहीं बोलते, कुछ और बोलते हैं, गुलचा. What is that?
Okay. What you like to do in your free time apart from cricket and teaching?
So I think free time में I have my baby Jian. So उसके साथ थोड़ा उसको स्टॉक मार्केट के टर्म्स, टर्मिनोलॉजीज, क्रिप्टोज एंड ऑल एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ, उसके साथ खेलता हूँ एंड डू लॉट ऑफ स्टफ एंड ऑल. Apart from that, I think spend a lot of time going to places and traveling and all. तो थोड़ा बहुत वो चलते रहता है फैमिली के साथ. I think that's what I do in free time. नहीं तो क्रिकेट, as I said, right? बात करें क्रिकेट को चले जाओ, कुछ नहीं मिले सीधा क्रिकेट. So that's how it is actually. और घर से थोड़ा बहुत मिल जाता है टाइम ऑफ, right? You spend some time with friends and all. So that is the thing.
Okay. One of the most memorable or the most happiest moment of your life?
Oh, I think giving session at Reliance. लीना पीछे देख रहे हो, वो मैं ही हूँ जो वहाँ पे जियो टॉक्स में बात कर रहा है. एंड दैट इज द वे. आई मीन जियो टॉक्स में हमेशा सेलिब्रिटीज को बुलाया जाता है. तो आई स्पोक एट रिलायंस कॉर्पोरेट पार्क एड्रेसिंग 450 people. Out of that, almost 300 people were qualified chartered accountants in front of 170 cameras. And Reliance Corporate Park is the biggest auditorium, and talking at Reliance in front of CFOs and all. And that also on a topic like blockchain, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. I think that is one of the best moments. And I've seen that. मैं पूरी जर्नी बोल रहा हूँ कि like when I came into Reliance, वहाँ पे पूरे मेरे posters थे, pictures थे. उन लोग ने एक वो भी बनाया था, banners and all. श्रीपाल जैन आ रहा है और मेरे साथ मेरा कलीग भी था. तो लोग ने बहुत शानदार एंट्री दी थी. रिलायंस इज अ वेरी मैसिव ऑफिस इन मुंबई. आरसीपी जो है उस तरीके का रेस्पेक्ट, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा था कि यार बस लाइफ में यही होना था, इसके अलावा तो कुछ नहीं होना था. एंड टॉकिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ सो मेनी ऑफ देम एंड ऑन अ टॉपिक व्हिच इज नॉट फेमिलियर विद फाइनेंस आल्सो. Yes. Not on blockchain. I was one of the speakers at blockchain in ICI Hyderabad. I was the first speaker. हम लोग ने थोड़ा बहुत ब्लॉकचेन में काम किया था 4 साल पहले, जब लोग क्रिप्टो के बहुत क्रिटिसाइज करते थे कि क्रिप्टो जाएगा भी नहीं, तब हम लोग ने बिटकॉइन के बारे में स्पेकुलेट किया था कि $1,000 पे ले लो, बट नाउ यू सी इट इज $50,000. So I think this is one of my most memorable moments. Second might be NASBA visit.
Yeah.
यूएस में नासबा के प्रेसिडेंट ने मुझे लंच पे इनवाइट किया था. आई फेल्ट रियली स्पेशल. आई मीन, और वो ट्रिप सोलो थी बिकॉज आई नेवर वेंट. आई ऑलवेज गॉन टू माय ब्रदर एंड हमेशा ब्रदर के गाइडेंस में ही आई ट्रैवल्ड इन यूएस.
Okay.
बट नासबा विजिट आई वेंट अलोन. सो माय ब्रदर सेड दे कॉल्ड यू, यू हैव टू गो अलोन. एंड सब चीजें मैंने अकेले ही की थी वहां पे. थोड़ा बहुत डिफिकल्ट था एक न्यू कंट्री में जाके अलोन करना, बिकॉज आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन विद माय ब्रदर ट्रैवलिंग एनी टाइम इन यूएस.
Okay.
And it felt really special seeing NASBA completely the president calling me और उनके साथ बात करना and all. He's almost 6.5 feet, I guess. तो मैं तो उनके it felt really special NASBA calling me. I think these are two, I would say, the biggest moments of my life.
Great, great. Maybe I don't think it's a funny point, but one of the maybe one of the regrets or maybe one of the biggest mistakes you have made and now you might be thinking, यार मैं क्या कर रहा था, क्या कर दिया, something like that.
I think मुझे समंदर को I think 10 साल पहले शुरू कर देना था.
Okay.
That would have been one of the regrets. I think बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स, बहुत कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट को देख लिया है, स्टूडेंट को लूटते हुए, स्टूडेंट को मिसगाइड करते हुए. जब मैं पढ़ा रहा था सीए के लिए भी, तो आई थॉट आई शुड हैव टेकन दैट, थोड़ा बहुत और गट्स करके, खुद पे कॉन्फिडेंस करके. और आई थिंक आई वुड से पूनम थोड़ा जल्दी आ जाना था, या मेरे बड़े भाई थोड़ा पहले ही मेरे को गाइड कर देते थे, फैमिली एंड ऑल. सो आई थिंक दैट वाज वन ऑफ द रिग्रेट्स आई विल ऑलवेज हैव. दैट इज लाइक थोड़ा एल्डर ब्रदर से मेरे को लेट गाइडेंस मिला है, कपिल से एंड पूनम से. और जब मिला भी था तब मैंने मन नहीं बनाया था. आई वाज लाइक कि, बट देन व्हेन आई सॉ द डर्ट व्हाट अदर इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैव क्रिएटेड इन द कंट्री, and I took a resolution that जब मैं कभी समंदर खोलूंगा तो मैं कभी स्टूडेंट्स को छोड़ूंगा नहीं. वो फेल हुए तो भी I will ensure that I will call them and I'll ask why did you fail. If they pass also I'll ensure that I'll message them. तो पर्सनल बॉन्डिंग मैं कभी नहीं तोड़ूंगा. That's what I decided and it's going on. अब स्टूडेंट बहुत ही बढ़ गए, मेरे रीच के बाहर है, but still whenever they ping I ensure that I respond them. Only if they ask admin related stuff, Lina, evaluation, ये सब मैं कभी बात नहीं करता. रिलेटेड आई एम ऑलवेज देयर. तो आई थिंक द रिग्रेट इज, शायद मैंने 2 साल पहले अगर और जल्दी स्टार्ट करता तो शायद आई थिंक आई कुड हैव कंट्रीब्यूटेड टू द सोसाइटी मोर, इज व्हाट आई फेल्ट.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, Simandhar, so on the last note of this show, one of the best advice you would have received and you would have followed, and one of the advice which you will give to all our viewers. So one piece of advice.
One of the best advice I received from the leaders was that you should be very passionate for what you do.
Okay.
सुबह शाम रात, जैसे स्वामी विवेकानंदा बोलते हैं. And I always give Vivekananda books to anyone who's enrolled with Simandhar. Our student, एक छोटी education for character की बुक है. उसमें एक बहुत ही सुंदर है कि आपने एक आइडिया लिया, वही आइडिया को सुबह शाम रात उस पर ही काम करते रहो. This is the road to success. So if you're really passionate, if you really like that, no one can stop you. I mean, CA रहने दो, CPA रहने दो, CFA रहने दो, anything. अगर आपने सही में दिल से मेहनत की है, I don't understand why you should fail in that exam.
Okay.
So that would be my best advice to them.
Okay.
Right? I mean, the best advice I have also received, and the same advice I'll give to them also is the same thing, right? So one advice I have received is always be passionate. My sister-in-law was the one who motivated and encouraged me along with my brother and my wife. Okay. That I should be in teaching because I used to get a lot of testimonial. Lina, I'll just tell कि जब मैं first class लिया था तब 5 स्टूडेंट आए थे. नेक्स्ट क्लास में वो कॉलेज थी मेरे घर के बाजू सिकंदराबाद पे. दैट वाज अ प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूट. 5 स्टूडेंट आए थे. सेकंड क्लास में 75 स्टूडेंट्स केम. क्लास में वो उनके पेरेंट्स आ गए थे कि बंदा कौन आया है ये कॉलेज में पढ़ाने के लिए. That time I was a chartered accountant and I went to the college to teach. Wow. Right. So that time my sister-in-law said, "Yeah, you're really good at this. I think you really have that thing to connect with the students, and student also can understand that you're doing something really good for them." So I think that is where someone should be there to find out your passion also. You can't find it out yourself.
Yes, exactly.
So someone should come up. If you're not able to find out, just talk to a mentor. He would help you around. And to these guys, I think apart from passion, the most important thing is networking. You need to understand that you need to talk to people, you need to go in around, you need to meet people, you need to participate in conferences, clubs and all. I think India makes सबसे बड़ा problem है लीना कि students are never proactive. They don't participate, they don't network with people, LinkedIn पे नहीं रहते active. कभी मैं बोलता हूँ यार पास हुए हो तो लिखो कुछ, राइट? तो जब लिखते हैं तो घबराते हैं कि कंटेंट कैसे रहेगा, क्या रहेगा, right? So most of the times I tell them to write articles, blogs, even when they pass also, उनके articles उनके content से relate करते हैं. This is one problem. I'm having a regret also that many of the students don't follow this very seriously. They take networking very easily. अगर उनको networking देखना है तो श्रीपाल जैन को देखिए. I mean all the students and all the corporate leaders whom I'm talking to today, whatever Simandhar is because of these connections, because of this networking.
Yes.
They shouldn't stop networking. They should be active on LinkedIn. They should connect with people, talk to them, participate in clubs, conferences, meetings. जैसे लीना ने बोला था, like integrity का शायद कोई एक club हो या कुछ भी एक conference हो within the company also, outside the company also, like Toastmasters club है. So when I was in Tech Mahindra, I used to be the member of Toastmasters. When I was in Infosys, I used to participate in Toastmasters clubs, whereby you improve your speaking, your pitch, and all those things. I think these are two important advices I would give to them. You said one, I've just added on one more.
Thank you so much. So this is something, probably Sripal is known for giving something extra. Advice मांगे आपने दो दे दी हमारे viewers को. So probably I hope कि मैंने किसी भी YouTube जो भी live देख हैं, if anyone has any question, I think we have covered almost all of them. So I don't think anything would have gone unanswered. But अगर कुछ questions हैं, so they can obviously share in the comment section later on, and we can answer those questions again, right? So thank you so much. Yeah, you is there any question, Sripal, you would like to answer? I think you are looking at that.
Yeah, I think most of the questions were, I think we have picked it up.
Yeah.
बहुत सारे लोग internship while studying CPA, job, मैं इन लोगों को बार-बार बोल रहा हूँ, please श्रीपाल जैन पे trust कीजिए. अभी इतना बोल दिया हूँ लीना मैं इनको कि यार, and in fact actually जब वो लोग मेरा LinkedIn देखेंगे तो ही उनको समझ में आ जाएगा कि इतने leaders के साथ है, Big Four के directors मेरे को पहचानते हैं and all. Students को place करना is not a big thing. What students need to understand is how do they apply their knowledge. Even without qualification, when I'm placing them, that shows that qualification का उतना लोग देखते नहीं है. What they look at is their confidence, the way they talk, the way they conduct, the way they network with people, right? These are very important skill set. Basic Excel and all is fine, but जैसे वो बात करते हैं, I think that is where the students need to get in touch with, I think, Lina. So I think these are some of the questions which are there. And some of them, I guess, have commented there that they wanted to know about integrity more, Lina. So if we can talk about integrity for last couple of minutes, I think then we can close it.
Yeah. So guys, basically integrity is an offshore staffing, and we are dealing with the CPAs in US, Canada, UK, and Australia. And we are hiring all the accountants. So probably an experienced accountant, inter CA, CA dropout, qualified CA, an accountant having an experience in a CA firm. And the best thing, I think the most of the common question would be about the sponsorship of EA and CPA. So yeah, guys, if you join Integrity, you can opt for the CPA and EA sponsorship, which is being 100% sponsored by us. So including your examination fees, evaluation fees, coaching fees, everything is being taken care by us. So that's it. So still, we will go through all the questions and we will reply to all those questions in a consolidated way. But one thing is for sure, Integrity is not only looking from one angle, that is the client growth, but we are also looking for our employee growth, our team members' growth. So their growth is on our priority, and that's the reason I'm saying it again. The reason for sponsoring this EA and CPA is not that you should be only with Integrity. You should grow wherever you are, whenever you can. So that's the ultimate idea about all this program. And
I think Lina, you answered that question also कि यार फीस कम करने का क्या इलाज है. देखो या तो आप इंटर्नशिप सिमंदर ने दिलाया for students, and after passing we are placing them. Now comes the third option. They don't even need to pay the fees.
Yeah.
Coaching, I mean the coaching fees, everything is taken care by Integrity. So students can understand that we have come so far of Simandhar. First we came that after CPA will place you. Second we came in while pursuing CPA will place you. Third comes a company to Simandhar and tells that Sripal, you don't do anything. You just tell your students to register with Simandhar, their training fees, their evaluation fees, their everything will be taken care by that company. I think that speaks a lot about what Simandhar is doing and what Integrity as a company, I think, is doing. I think that's an amazing gesture, Lena. I know that that option is not open for all the Simandhar, I mean, all the students across India, but for the people who pass your test. But I am really happy that at least the option is opened up for the people
Yes.
who want to pursue CPA or EA. I think Integrity is sponsoring, and surely I think CMA is also in on the cards.
Yeah, CMA and EA and CPA is already there. CMA is on the we are already working on that. So guys, anyone who is joining Integrity would be will be having an option of going for CPA and EA and again CMA, which will be coming very soon. And yes, guys, we just want that your hard work should lead you to a growth. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's the ultimate goal of Integrity and Simandhar. That's it, I think. Your hard work should actually pay you what you deserve. So your designation, your degree should not stop you for anything. That should give you an option of growing again.
Thank you so much, Lena. I mean, it was amazing to be in this interview, to share my thoughts. And I hope that I didn't take much of a time. Started off with 3 o'clock and closed off with 4 o'clock. I had a detailed discussion. And I hope the students would found or it would be helpful, the conversation, what I had. Thank you so much for providing an opportunity. It's amazing thing to be with giving an interview at a CPA firm. It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sripal, once again for being on my show, for taking out time. And I know you are busy, a lot of campaigning. So thank you so much for being on show, for sharing so much of detailed information, for guiding the students, for guiding the professional in a right direction, which can help them to take a right decision again, right? And for discussing about the career opportunities in detail, so how they can grow, what they should do, what is the package, what is the joining timing, placement timing, everything. So I think all those information would have been very much helpful to all our viewers. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope you all would have enjoyed this live show. So yeah, thank you so much, and stay tuned for our next episode, which is again going to be a very interesting one. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Sripal, once again.
Thank you, Lena. Thanks a lot.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, share, and comment. And stay tuned for our next episode, which is going to come out soon. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.